Ready to go?
I think so. I think we got everything.
Today we check out of Tangier Marina Bay Marina, and we'll see how it goes. It was pretty smooth checking in, but last time it was smooth checking in and it was really bad checking out. So we got a little bottle of whiskey just to sweeten the deal in case it's necessary. I think it'll go okay. Right now we're going to the back to the customs dock, and we're going to use our good coping skills, our patience, and waiting skills today, because I think it could be a little bit of a waiting. And best case, it goes a lot faster than we hope. We went to the Carry 4. It's a very modern grocery store, just like in Europe.
It was nice.
Yeah, had everything we needed.
More than in Norway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like a really modern city, and then like the old part.
The old part was like the Medina. I guess that's what they call the old cities here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you find like those tight, narrow streets and markets and the haggling and all that stuff.
Oh, haggling. Fun haggling. Yeah. Now we're departing Tangier. Just checked out. It took 20 minutes at tops. Like 15 minutes, and then there's just another 5 minutes for them to go get our deposit back for our keys. Super nice. Pretty much no misunderstandings. Although it seems like there's still always a little confusion. Like I just don't understand why it seems complicated. Like people come and check out like all the time, and I'm a little confused why it's so difficult.
But everyone's so nice.
Yeah, they're very nice.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. Much better than my last experience in Africa. Okay, next we've got a 2-day passage. Weather routing says 1 day, 21 hours to get to Rabat. Rabat could be an interesting one because the approach is supposed to be pretty difficult. They won't even open the marina if their seas are over 2 meters. But it looks like the forecast is saying they should be about, I think it was 4. It was 6 feet, but now I think it's been downgraded to 4.5 feet seas or something, maybe a little less. So I think we should be okay. The problem is also we want to come in on a rising tide, so like 2 hours before high tide, and that's going to be difficult because it'll be really early in the morning or kind of in the afternoon. And I like to kind of try to show up in business hours to make people happy. So we'll just see what happens.
The only annoying thing are the people, like when we ended up in that carpet store, like people trying to sell you things, very pushy.
Yeah, a little pushy there.
Yeah, you just have to say no.
Yeah.
It's like they will just take your money.
It wasn't the cheapest place, I don't think either, and you can't anchor. So yeah, maybe take it back down to a 8 out of 10. But we knew that kind of going into it. That's like with our limited options, with our options we have, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now we snack on broccoli and hummus. And then some of these too, little shrimp roll-ups.
I think it was a sunfish.
Oh, sunfish?
I don't know.
That's cool. So I think we're officially in the Atlantic now. If we weren't before. Definitely see some interesting stuff going on with these currents, like the swell doing different things. As you can see, whitecaps like way out there. Super smooth here. Then there's whitecaps over on that side behind us. A few little ones, but super deep blue water here. It's pretty cool. We've got 118 nautical miles to go, and I mean, at this rate, we're pointing right towards Rabat, and we should maybe get there tomorrow. But I guess the forecast does say the wind's going to switch, and we'll get there the next day, according to the routing. We'll see what happens. But right now, it's going pretty good. We're doing like 4 knots, and perfect sailing for if you have to sail upwind. I like this. Probably just 10 knots of wind right now. Good view of Morocco here. It's very green, Morocco, this part of it. Tangier. Green Winds have lightened up, maybe down to 7 knots, but we're still doing 4 to 5 knots through the water. No, we're doing 4 to 5 knots. We're still doing 4 to 5 knots over ground according to the GPS. Although through the water we're maybe doing 2, maybe 3 at the most. So we have at least a 2 knots of current, maybe up to 3 knots in our favor, which is awesome. Hopefully that sticks around. Having the hand steer because the wind vane wasn't holding the course quite high enough. Maybe a good thing because there's so many of these little fishing boats. Focus, focus. So many of these little fishing boats around to run into. I can smell them all the way over here. Yeah, I've been practicing for like last week to try to get this fingerless mouth whistle, and I just finally started getting it. I practiced for like 20-30 minutes a day. Before now I was kind of going on the wrong path, but now I think I finally have at least like the whistle's coming from the right place. I just gotta refine the technique, so I think I'm almost there. It's gonna be so great to have that. Island's getting close too.
We're gonna take this thing apart and see if water got in here. I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, you see a little bit of water, but the electronics aren't here. That's what we're worried about. This part, I guess, we can get water through the ram. I got the board out. I don't see any water damage this time. So the reflux, the compass thing, though, came off really easy. Maybe that was unplugged. That might explain it.
The sun has gone away, and with it the wind. But the waves remain, and they're supposed to get bigger all night long. Super duper. But I'm making some chicken, so I got that going for me. And I made myself a drink to cope with this. So now the wind is completely against us, and the current is also turned against us. We've got about at least 1.5 knots of current. I had motored for about an hour, just seeing if I could get out into more wind, but then I stopped to make dinner, and we drifted completely backwards, canceling out all my motoring effort. So now I think I'm just gonna motor in towards this beach, and we'll just drop the anchor, and hopefully the current switches around, and maybe it's tidal current. So maybe in a few hours it'll switch, and then we can just drift in the right direction. And I don't know. I'm out of ideas. I'm really frustrated. The wind vane doesn't work so good in these waves and this light wind, and the autopilot also is broken, of course. So just gonna make dinner and try to anchor. It's against the rules to anchor too, so we'll probably get woken up in the middle of the night and asked why we're anchoring or something. But can't really make any forward progress. I'd rather not make backward progress. I just dropped the anchor here in about 35 feet of water, and we're maybe, I don't know, a quarter mile, half mile offshore with maybe 3 foot swell. It's gonna build to 4 feet tonight though, so it should be super rolly, but at least we're not going backwards now. And I just was getting a little fed up, a little frustrated, so didn't want to just try to keep beating upwind, making no progress. So tomorrow, reevaluate what we gotta do, and we'll get there eventually. So 100 miles to go, 105 miles to go, and we made it about 25, 30 miles today, so not too bad. Tomorrow, we'll hopefully make it further. Found this doner kebab ramen in Gibraltar, and it really tastes like a doner kebab. I'm not sure if I think it's good, but it really tastes like a doner kebab. Day number 2. After a frustrating night, stuck in a kind of a counter current, we're making progress now. This morning we were doing a bit of tacking upwind, but with the current, I think I just had to get further out from shore. Enough wind to kind of keep the boat moving. So now we're making real good progress, and this afternoon the wind even shifted a little bit, so now we're headed straight towards Rabat. And it's looking like we'll get there tomorrow sometime. I think we're about at the halfway point. And we're doing like 4 knots. It's great. It's great once I figured out these currents. There's definitely some currents off the coast here. I guess it's kind of a continuation of the ones coming down on my way down the coast of Portugal. There were some currents there too. But this is good. It should stay with us. The wind vane steering adequately now. That paddle is a little thinner wood, so I had to put a little weight on the top to make it like balance right, but I think that fixed it okay. And I found out one of my old paragliding friends has moved back to Rabat. He's from Morocco originally, but we were flying together in the US, and so I got in touch with him, and we're talking about maybe having an autopilot delivered to his address, so we could have that for the Atlantic crossing, because I really think I want to have an electric autopilot also, in addition to the wind vane, for just, when I'm ghosting along with a spinnaker and or light downwind conditions, stuff like that, where the wind vane can be a little bit hit or miss. And of course also when I'm motoring or the winds are too switchy to use the wind vane. They were making some chicken wraps, some avocado and tomato also, and cheese. Morning of day number 3. You see Rabat in the distance. We're at high tide now, and we're about 2 hours away. So hopefully it's still okay to enter. It would be on this like a dropping tide. So we'll have some water current against us potentially from the river. But at least the tide should be up enough that you don't have to worry about going aground. This is Sailing Yacht, Pickled Herring, Sailing Yacht, Pickled Herring, Sailing Yacht, Pickled Herring, channel 11. No answer on the radio, so there's a waiting dock for immigration checking in, so we'll just go wait there, see if someone shows up. Pulled up at the customs dock, and it's been going smooth so far. Filled out 2 papers, one for the police, one for the marina, and a little boat inspection. So we can stay here for 2 weeks. English is good enough. Here's our spot in Rabat. We had a few more formalities. There's one more boat inspection. It's a little more thorough but not too bad. And they took the drone for holding it. So we gotta go back at 3 to get a piece of paper saying they have our drone, I suppose. Oh. Bread pile. Nothing like good old bread pile.
What is it?
Pile of bread. Pile of bread. Maybe. We found the castle. There it is. There is the castle. They found the castle. It's a serious door. For serious people. For giants. A door for giants. Oh, there's a little door. For small giants. Grassy knoll. Get a little castle. C'est toi. C'est toi. We're gonna take the boat across the river. Hey, like the boat ride?
I love it.
So
I
good.
love boats so much.
So good. So much boat time. Rabat at night. As if there wasn't enough Moroccan flags already. Got one of the sky too. Now we're trying to get a train. We just took the train to Casablanca, and we got the first class ticket. It was pretty good.
It was okay.
It was like an hour maybe. Pretty fast train.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's so big. Whoa. This is the biggest mosque in the world. You've seen it here in Casablanca. I just got turned away from a restaurant because of my Crocs. Can you believe that? This is appalling. Never come into Casablanca again. Adeline thinks it's really funny.
Yes.
I don't know why she won't wear the Crocs I got her. Now we are taking the train inland a few hours to Marrakech. Oh man, stepping off the train in Marrakech from Rabat or from Casablanca. Blast of heat, yeah. Over 100 for sure. Marrakech. It's got a lot of colors. I got my Moroccan triangle. It's like a arancini kind of. Look at that nice the gap. Oh. Are you doing some haggling in the Marrakech markets?
Got some jewels.
Got some sandals.
Some shoes.
Yeah. And now we're going. It's too hot. It's too hot here. So it's 109 degrees.
That's crazy.
Watch out. We're gonna go back to the pool. And this is our super van, which has air conditioning. Get close up to that AC. And we took it 3 hours from Marrakech to Orso, something or other waterfalls. We're going into the wilderness of the rainforest, of the waterfall, yeah. Traditional outfit, and they've got a soft shackle just like we use on sailboat shackles and stuff now. It's nothing new. Today we're up early for a hot air balloon ride. Free flight breakfast, very important.
Yes.
Oh, we're getting lighter. Oh, we're going up. What do you think?
Oh, I'm a little scared. It's okay.
Pretty high. Yeah. Good job. Good landing.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. What do you review it?
Oh, it was fun. I was scared, but it was fun.
How scared were you on 1 to 10?
Maybe like at some point 8. But then, oh, it was fine again.
Yeah, once you
It
focus
went
on the
like
landing.
this.
Yeah, it went up and down a lot.
Yeah.
I think we landed a little further away than
What was planned?
planned.
What do you think?
I liked it.
Yeah?